Where stars whisper secrets untold, a rift tears through the astral veil, and sanity reigns, its grip unfolds. Cultists chant in shadowed halls, their voices a hymn to chaos unbound. They conjure up forbidden falls to summon the fallen, lost and unfound, unfound. Oh, astral winds carry us free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. Across fractured plains, reality trembles, mountains weep, rivers twist in desperate prayer. The sun blinks, uncertain of its symbol, as eldritch horrors crawl from the lair. Their forms twisted and malefic, born of nightmares and forgotten dread. They drift through astral currents, a beacon for those who seek madness instead. Oh, astral winds carry us free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. Every bone. In forgotten temples and cursed groves, heroes gather, there is all unyielding, to chase the ripples of reality's coves and confront the abyss, both fearsome and appealing. Oh, astral winds carry us free across realms and dimensions unknown. For the void-born dread, the fabric unraveled shall wield power that chills every bone. As the final verse echoes the starlit skies and death trembles on the lips of all, the abyssal maw opens, galaxies within, ready to consume all those who stall. Yet whispers of valor and unity persist in the eminent astral reckoning. Perhaps hope shall win.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome on in to session number 40 of... Oh, I'm getting all sorts of shit messed up today. Man, this has not been an easy session already for me, because all sorts of shit is fucked up that I didn't realize was fucked up, and I thought I did all my planning this week. Anyways, welcome to Echoes of the Fallen Ascendant. We're gonna go ahead and dive straight into it, because these guys have all sorts of crazy shit they want to get themselves into, and I need to guide them there. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in with a recap, and then see what they would like to do. We'll see you at the end. Alright. Hello, everyone. Uh-oh. Can you guys not hear me? Oh, I can't hear you. Well, hang on. There's not really a whole lot I can change. Give me a second. I was just telling all the chat about this. Everything is so fucked up right now, it's not even funny.
Yay, updates.
Stupid updates.
Can you hear us now?
Alright, go ahead and try something.
Testing.
Can you hear us?
Something?
Alright, yeah, there we go. You know what the weird thing is? I don't understand it, because I never got a notification about an update. I've put probably, I don't know, see, it's been like 22 hours into D&D work this week, into prep and planning, and not once during all of that time in any of these programs did it tell me, hey, you know what, there's an update, and we fucking changed. By the way, weird stuff too, like my input being my headset and my speakers being my fucking microphone. It doesn't even have that function, but it still said it.
I get that option too sometimes. Like, I know, I think we had the same one, like the Blue Yeti.
Yeah,
it has,
yeah.
Like, it has like an output jack,
But
yeah,
I just don't understand it. Alright, anyways, we're here. We're here. Alright, let's, let me get my shit together. I'm all disheveled now. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and hit a Session 39 recap. We began on Ianari, the 17th, 4254 PFH, at 11 a.m. As the group entered town, they stopped and gave Amelia a quick pep talk. After discussing their first move, Amelia agreed to take everyone to the Temple of Temetnu, where they met with Brother Kerpa of the Slow Current, a very deliberately speaking turtle who, regardless of his vast knowledge, moved at his own pace. Kane has shared his story so far through a reflecting pool, and Brother Kerpa was able to glean some more information regarding the ritual of transcendence and champions of specific gods who are gifted these transformations as gifts for their service, over many reincarnation cycles. The rest of the group, Payne, Amelia, and Dench, decided to get Amelia to the church. Lyra and Canis stayed to hear the stories of Temetnu. The remaining three headed to the Temple of Celestian, entered, and quietly took a place near the rear while Brother Mail finished his mid-morning prayer requests. Afterwards, as the last of the congregation left, Brother Mail ushered them forward and greeted Amelia like a long-lost friend. After a tense couple of minutes, he encouraged Amelia to come with him to the Hall of Judgment. Dench and Payne were dismissed, of course, as they were not members of the clergy. The two of them didn't stray far, however, and instead sat outside and watched the locals for a while. Meanwhile, Amelia was taken into the belly of the church through a hatch in the library and down into the Hall of Judgment, where her father, Corin, was currently being held. Once there, Amelia was allowed to see him and even give him a hug. He immediately began apologizing to her over the course of the next 20 minutes or so. Brother Mail read a list of charges brought against Corin, including lying to clerical authority, desecration of a corpse, providing a corpse to unholy entities, aiding and abetting unholy organizations, and treason against the Church of Celestian. Corin read his confession and freely admitted to, under immense grief and loneliness, digging up his wife and bringing her to a set of coordinates sent to him in a series of letters with promises of her rebirth. After doing so, he gave the body to a group of priestly types and then attempted to hide what he'd done. But during a routine weekly confession within the Church of Celestian, and the information that the group itself had uncovered regarding the bone fragments and identical coordinates, Corin was apprehended by the church, processed, and given judgment. His sentence? Death. Amelia tried desperately to stave off the sentence, but she was ultimately given two options. Either fulfill your duty, or break your oath. The choice was hers. After a long pause, as Amelia took the ceremonial blade on the table, the insignia on her hand flashed to life, and she heard Krivek in her mind. "It is time. Bring me Corin. Alive. You have 3 weeks." Amelia ignored the voice and brought the sword up. Her father whispered, "I was supposed to protect you from this. I forgive you." And the sword came down with one swift motion, severing his head from his body. Amelia righted herself for a moment, handed off the blade, and Brother Mail attempted to actually comfort her, but ultimately told her that she had done great, and that was no easy task. Amelia left the church in a hurry, still covered in her father's blood, and as she exited the door, Payne and Dench spotted her. The mark on her hand flashed to life once more, and she heard Krivak again. "Very well. You've chosen what becomes of Corin. Now I shall choose what becomes of you." Dench and Payne grabbed her, wrapped her up in a cloak, and ushered her back to the Temple of Temetnu, where the group gathered, thanked Brother Kirpa, and stepped outside. As the group began to frantically disseminate what had just happened, Brother Kirpa ushered them back inside, closed the doors, and encouraged them to sit in the calm of the river goddess and have their conversation here instead of in the public eye. Payne and him, Brother Kirpa, poured tea, and the group began to talk. Alright. It was a hell of a fucking session. Roleplay experience. Yeah, there's 375 there. Skill checks, an additional 275. And you guys, that was a major plot point completed for an additional 1,000 across the board. So 1,650 XP each. And no, it was not the act of killing your father. It was the act of successfully passing judgment. It just happened to go that direction. But all I'm going to say is Corin was worth a lot of fucking XP one way or another.
What I took from this is my mother's up and walking around so I can kill her for another
1,000 XP.
Oh, shit.
Getting a hefty
Something
loot drop,
dark side.
hopefully.
Yeah. Alright. And that's where we leave off. There was no level. There's a couple of you that are very close, but there was no actual level. I will let you know when that happens, though. Okay, so session 40, which is where we're at today, is Ianari the 17th, 4254 PFH, and it is 3 p.m. Now you're saying, Kevin, 11 to 3, that doesn't make sense. We only played for 3 hours. Correct, but all of the moving back and forth through town, even though the map is small, it does take time for that to happen, and there was a lot of in and out. And obviously there was a lot going on with Amelia in the belly of the beast. So, that's where we're starting today.
Just out of curiosity, it
Yeah.
doesn't really particularly matter, but like how like wide is the city? Are we talking about like a half mile or something like that, or like?
I would say probably about a half, no, I'd say it's probably about a full mile wide spread. Because there's, everything is spaced around 2 rivers. So they try to give kind of like enough room where the elevation goes up a little bit in case everything floods, not everybody dies. So it is spread out a little bit, especially on the northern top of town where it's a little bit wider because the whole thing is kind of shaped like a V. I'd say we'll say like a mile at max on the northern, and then yeah, probably closer to like 3/4 of a mile at the bottom.
Good to know.
All right. That's all I have for you guys. I know that there's a lot here, so Brother Kirpa has just kind of sat down. You guys began to kind of talk. Nobody wanted to take the last seat, so Lyra, Dench, and Canis are awkwardly standing. Payne, I'm assuming at this point, is pleasantly drinking tea.
Drinking tea, not eating.
Understood. By the way, I went through all the maps that we have iterations of Pain on. There is a little poison symbol there on your character. That's just because you have poison resistance. That just helps me remember and helps you remember when we're in combat that you take half damage from poison. I did that a couple campaigns ago and it seemed to really help me out until everybody had fucking resistance from 7 things, and then I was like, you know what? I'm done with you. Oh wait, that was Marcus too, wasn't it, in that last campaign?
I couldn't hit Marcus anyway. It didn't matter.
I give you a run for your money with that guy. Anyways,
No fucking
all right,
way.
I'll yeah, go ahead.
On that note, I have a couple of immunities. Do you want those? Do you want me to try and find icons
Nope.
after the campaign form? Okay.
Nope. Nope. We are good. If you, yeah, resistances are one thing, but if you're truly immune to something, you better have that shit written down and in front of you. I know what you're immune to, so. Paladin-y shit. And elf shit. Alright, guys, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you. So, Amelia, you're here. Obviously, Brother Kerpa has just kind of closed everything down for you guys, and I'll let you take it away. He does not interrupt, by the way. He is quietly sipping tea and listening.
Lyra's
Amelia's just kind of staring at the moment.
Lyra's standing next to her, kind of doing the same. She still has like a spark that'll appear in her hand, and she just sort of does a fist, and it goes away, and she's staring at the tabletop, just kind of mouthing words.
What words is she mouthing?
Assets, pearl, potion, scrolls. Just like going through an inventory, a list.
Venus is sitting in between Amelia and Lyra on the ground.
Amelia. She looks toward Amelia. Oh.
She turns, looks.
She'll grab her water skin and pour a little bit of water on her top skirt. And then, as long as Amelia doesn't move away, she's going to clean Corin's blood off of Amelia's face with her skirt.
With Lyra's skirt?
With Lyra's skirt. Yeah, she puts some of her water from her water skin and then cleans Amelia's face.
Oh, I didn't. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I was thinking about assets. And I had a realization. I know today has been filled with very difficult decisions for you. And unfortunately, I think I'm about to give you another one. Okay. Unless you have a secret sibling of some kind, I believe you today inherited your family's estate. The reason this matters is because I have an opinion, and I know how you guys feel about that typically, but just hear me out, please. And she's looking at the table again. Actually, I guess maybe I should share something with you guys first. Okay. I have never lost a parent, obviously. And I've truthfully never lost anybody as tragically, traumatically as you have, Amelia. And I'm so sorry. Nobody should have to go through that. And it's... Okay. No distractions. Okay. I have suffered loss before. My grandfather, he was more of a... We were very, very close. And when he died, I did not exactly take it well. I went down sort of a self-destructive path. I couldn't even speak for the first few days. I tried to attend class, but it felt really unfair that I got to be there and he didn't. So I actually decided I was going to drop out of school. I stopped going to class. I stopped. She'll look over at Payne briefly and then back at the table. I stopped praying. I couldn't make sense of anything. And everybody told me it was the new normal, but that's not, wasn't going to be my normal. So I stopped going to class, and a couple days later, I was just kind of bouncing between his office and the training grounds, because his office was untouched and the training grounds is where we spent most of our time, and it was the closest thing to my normal that I could get. So Canis found me at the training grounds and told me that as long as I accepted it, his contract with me could start. And I'm so grateful to have Canis, but at the time it destroyed me, because that meant it was real. If my grandfather's contract was over and mine could start, then that meant he was dead. But Canis didn't force me. I couldn't give an answer right then. Thankfully, he didn't give up on me. I knew he was watching me, so I would pretend like I was going to class. And then once he was off doing Canis things, I would dodge again. And one day, I went to the office and there were people in there going through my grandfather's stuff and removing things. And frankly, I freaked out. I grabbed as much as I could carry, some of his notes, his pearl, some of his components, just things that could keep me connected to him. And that was it. My normal was officially gone. So a few days after that, Canis let me know that they found a replacement for my grandfather. Someone was going to get promoted into his role. That's how it works. It's life, as Canis told me. It's just how these things happen. I was furious. And against Canis's advice, I marched up there ready to burn the entire office to the ground if I had to. But I heard something that stopped me, and it was this tiny voice. And I peeked into the office, and my grandfather's replacement was proudly showing his new office to his wife. She was very proud of him. They were celebrating, and their son was just toddling around. And it took me back to my early days there. I learned to walk and talk there. I opened my acceptance letter there. I mean, lots of time was spent there. It was really hard to let go of that, but I realized that my grandfather's ending was somebody else's beginning, and also mine. So I went and talked to the administration and told them that I had missed classes, and they told me that I could make up the work, and if I kept my grades up, then I could graduate still. So I did. I put full focus into it, no distractions, just studying. And I graduated top of my class, and that didn't quite feel like enough. I don't know if it's because he wasn't there, but then I answered Lady Rosanna's call, and I think that's where my new beginning really started, because then I made my first real group of friends. The reason that I'm telling you all of that is because until I was willing to let go, I still saw my grandfather's ghost everywhere that I went. I couldn't get away from it. And I think that experience helps qualify me to say the next sentence that I am going to say, which is that if I were you, I would sell the estate. And this has nothing to do with the money. You don't have to put a copper of it toward the ledger, I swear. I would hate for you to miss the opportunity of giving somebody else a new beginning, but more importantly, yourself, because you deserve to outlive what you just lived through. And if you're worried about where to go after. We have an airship. And after that, you can stay with me or we can find you somewhere to start over for yourself. But and she's going to switch to Celestial. Just make sure it's your decision and not mine. And then she takes a couple steps. She just kind of like nods, and then she takes a couple steps back and sits down and starts going through her backpack, and she's pulling out like the scroll, the pearl, the potion, just going through stuff.
There's like an audible clank as Brother Kerpa sets his glass down on the table, and he kind of looks towards Lyra. You have learned many a great things from me today in the art of storytelling. You are always welcome back.
She gives like the most polite smile she can, sitting crisscross on the floor.
Kane, as your passive insight would pick up that to most people that would be an absolute insult, to monologuing, but he believes it. Not the insult, not the insult. He believes in the truth of of what he said.
Yeah, of the actually having taught her. Yeah, I got. Fuck this guy, but also I love him. He's such a good character.
I would say that as Lyra is going through her monologue, then she like visibly winces when she says like seeing like the ghost of her grandfather. But he'll remain quiet and just let her do her thing. Well, go ahead, Amelia.
No, I was just going to say I don't know if you think that's smart. I know better than to not trust those around me again.
No, if I can piggyback on what Lyra is talking about, there's nobody that's going to be around to care for the farm, if I understand it right.
It's a lot of work to maintain. That's why Dad loved it so much, I think. Always something to keep him busy. I don't know if I could do that alone. I know I couldn't do that alone.
We can help you the best we can. We don't know this town very well, unfortunately. We don't know. I've never sold land, so I don't know how I can help in that regard, but we can help with the talking at least. Is there anything we should probably recover from your home? I hear a dog was involved.
We should go by there. There might be some letters there that we need to find too. I don't know. It's related to the coordinates.
Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Did we know about the coordinates in relation? No. Okay.
We haven't had a chance to talk about it.
You guys haven't talked about pretty much shit about what she
okay.
was told down there. So that's new.
we just came. What do the coordinates have to do with your father?
She takes a deep breath, and then in a very, very level tone, he was in communication with the people at the coordinates.
The cultists?
Yes.
What was he talking to them about?
It's why he was charged with the crimes that he was. He and she stops for a moment.
Take your time.
He dug up his wife and, well, my mother, and delivered her to them under the pretense that they would give her life again
You see,
and ask for nothing in turn.
Brother Kirpa's head kind of retracts almost all the way back into his shell, and you just hear him whisper, "Blasphemy."
Yeah, Lyra, her hands would spark.
Yes,
Fuck.
that would be part of why he was sentenced.
I'm sorry, Amelia, but do they know if it was successful? Did your father know if it was successful?
The letters he got were, they were odd. How well is Amelia? I don't want to just assume that she's going to be able to recall the contents of those letters,
I'm gonna-
especially since I nat one.
Because of how short they were and because of how intense this whole thing is, I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt and say you fucking memorized every word of them. Maybe even to drown out what you had to do. Because you knew you were going to need it later.
Oh, my thing just zoomed to like 6,000%. That does not help.
Jesus. I didn't even know it went to 6,000.
Check out
Yeah.
all them pixels.
All I could see was the tiny little convert to PDF, but it was the entire width of my monitor.
Good God.
That was a problem. These letters started with a single word that was the initial messages, but then the ones that I saw said, "The ritual is in progress, but again, it will take time." Progress. She's conscious, but very weak, needs more time. She grows plump now. Her body is sated by those who speak to her. And the last, it was just something about speaking in tongues.
What the fuck?
Blasphemy.
Was your mother, obviously she was special to you, but was she special, I don't know, in other ways? Like, why? I'm sorry, but why your mother?
I believe you said she's kind of some kind of healer when she was alive.
She, not like, not like pain or any of the clergy. She was an herbalist here. The cult seemed to prey on his grief.
Lyra's gonna stand up and put her backpack back on, and she starts kind of pacing, not like a freaking out pace, but like a thoughtful pace. We need to keep in mind that Amelia is wanted, right, by 1,300 here and there entities. Perhaps that has something to do with why her mother. Maybe it's to lure Amelia there. We need to make sure we're thinking of all possibilities before we enter the area of the coordinates at this point.
What you think this is some kind of ruse to bring in Amelia?
I don't know what to think anymore. My brain feels a little broken.
Yeah, that's fair, mine too. Okay, well, we do still need to address the coordinates anyway.
Yes, I just think we need to make sure we're considering that's a possibility, or maybe it's a total coincidence and they looked up sad widowers in the area and Corin's name came up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, all that being said, I'm concerned that they're just, casting a wide net, and then if it's just any grieving individual on the continent, you know.
Ease your pain and bring her to us. She will be born anew. And then the coordinates.
How did they find him?
Yeah.
Sorry to cut in. But on that, I want to know the answer to this as well. It's not truly this, but it feels like you're kind of missing something, Amelia. Something about what you say just feels like there should be more.
We may find more in your house, I think is what you were getting to before earlier.
There was, what do you mean missing something? About
Describe
what?
it, but the way you're talking and what you're saying, it feels like you're leaving some things out.
It was a traumatic experience. Try not to think about that part. Just focus on this part.
Eight years ago, the town was attacked, and my mother was among those that was killed, or that were killed. And my father never really recovered from that. He spent most of the 8 years since praying for some way to bring her back. And this cult reached out to him through these letters, these short, cryptic letters at first. And then that was the ease your pain, bring her to us. She will be born anew. He said that he thought that was an answer to his prayers. So he did as they said. And I don't know what else he would want from that.
I think that helps because the question was, how did the contact happen? It makes sense, especially if for some reason they're able to, and she's still kind of, I'm not going to make the thing, it's going to be so distracting, but she's pacing. If they can sense emotions, or, I mean, this thing's weird, but we can't put anything past it, and we shouldn't, because then we are letting our guard down. Maybe it can sense emotions, especially something that strong. He was praying nonstop. Then the wrong person might have been listening.
Maybe the message got intercepted is what you mean.
He's, he said, whether I was deceived or merely a willing fool is for wiser souls to determine. I only know that my grief became the doorway through which evil has entered, and that my choices cannot be undone. It was, part of his confession.
Do we know who attacked your village in the first place?
Bandits.
Yeah, bandits. Did that
Just-
happen often?
Yeah, like were they just standard run of the mill bandits? I mean,
We don't get attacks all that often with the Peacekeepers Guild here. That was a larger scale than, or maybe it was just they were more organized. I don't really know. That was
yeah, it's a long time ago anyway. Yeah, I get it. It's okay.
8 years.
I'll be the one to say it. You realize what that means, right, Amelia? When we go to the coordinates.
Means we might have to fight your mother.
No, it means we might have to put an end to evil that is wearing her guise.
And then we will give her proper burial where she belongs, with a memorial with your father.
She has a place here. She has a stone inside the church as well. Brother Mail said that he would yeah, she should be returned.
Okay,
See to it.
absolutely.
What else? What else do we need to do here? What did you learn here? I'm
So
sorry
much.
we interrupted this story and you needed this information.
I'm more than happy to pick up where I left off if you'd like me to regale you.
Well, we have a time sensitive matter. Her hands start to flash again. That we do need to tend to.
I was kidding. Unfortunately, that went
That was a little too quick for us on that one.
over your head.
I'm pretty short, yeah.
If I may, and he kind of looks across the table at Amelia, if you're truly interested in selling the deed to your family's 4 acres, I've a brood of cousins who'll be here by early spring from Kokorumban in the wildlands. They'll need to be kept busy through the summer. I could take it off of your hands if you'd like. Make them work, and hopefully find someone to purchase it come fall for the harvest.
And she looks to the others.
No, this is your house. You have to make the decision whether you want to or not.
I don't. This is.
If you think about Amelia 3 years from now, do you think that selling it will make her sad? Because right now, Amelia, it's going to make you sad because the thought of letting it go is scary. But their memory will stay with you.
No need to answer now. Times are sensitive and emotions are high. I'll leave the offer on the table. I'll offer you 1,500 gold for the entire property, but I get to keep the house and the wood shack.
Um, uh, that's a very, very kind offer. I'm going to think on it, and we'll let you know.
I'll be here.
Perhaps we should, I don't know, return to your house and, like you said, maybe search for any kind of correspondence you might have had with the cult or anything. If there's something else we'd missed or the church had missed.
And if you need to see the letters, they're still at the church. They've been archived since this was since Mount Celestia was aware.
I do not want to seem insensitive in any way. I think I was wrong, Payne. I think we should try to sell stuff here. I think you were right because they might have things here that, or we may have things they don't have here that they'll offer us money for. Yes, I said you were right. I don't think we should spend too much time here, Amelia. I would say, I'm assuming that they have all of the evidence in the letters. If you want to look through the house for that, but also grab a couple of things that mean something to you. And we do need to go.
I've done what duty brought me here to do. There may also be some things in the house that could help repay the debt, and there might be some things for Asha, and if she's gonna look down to Canis. Would you be upset if we brought Star?
Oh, the dog. No.
An actual dog, not a jackal, and she only speaks when she wants to.
No, I have no issues with that. Why would I?
Wait, you mean like speak as in speak, or? Like
Oh yeah, you mean like
speaking
actually
like a dog?
talk, or?
No, she is a dog. We don't have any wizards or familiars in our family.
Okay.
Stars, the last one of the litter that we've raised for, well, a while.
Okay, so we'll get Star, some sentimental items if you have them. We'll quickly stop and try to sell stuff and then get to the coordinates.
Will you all help? You may see things I won't.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand,
Sure.
Amelia.
I won't be carrying anything, but I'll assist.
Oh, but you've always been good at finding things. And I'm going to get a change of clothes while we're there.
Probably best.
All right, so what are you guys doing? I was not made aware that you guys were doing any investigatory work on this place, so just give me a real quick run through of what your intention is. I was told by multiple people you guys were coming here to loot it and then leave.
Yeah, surface level looting, realistically. She's not going to be able to bring herself to actually tear apart the place looking for things. It's the, like, here while she's in a peaceful place, that doesn't seem as terrifying and awful. But no, loot and bolt.
Looting and scooting.
And grab the dog.
And dog.
Okay, so are you guys going straight to the homestead? Payne, do you have anything to say? Are you doing all right over there, bud? You haven't said a word.
Payne is keeping his mouth shut. I haven't said anything because I didn't want Payne to say anything.
Fair
It's
enough.
purposeful. I'm
Okay.
fine.
All right. I'm just checking in. See, using your name as like your normal name and like your everybody calls you by this name is tough because it's like which Payne is feeling bad today. Okay.
One with a beard.
Oh, fuck off. That's a joke because you both have beards. All right. So you guys are going to the farmhouse. Is that what I'm understanding?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is Payne, like, the whole time, is Payne just like eyes on the table for the most part?
He's looked around but avoided eye contact for the most part. Particularly looked up when Lyra said he was right. But
Of
still
course.
didn't have anything to say.
Okay. So you guys bid Brother Kerpa a farewell. He doesn't give you any long, elated goodbye. He just kind of reminds Amelia, in whatever time you need, let me know. No pressure.
And she will end up thanking him for the hospitality and the moment of peace.
All right. He will open the tent for you. You guys travel northwest across town, almost just barely out. It's not quite outside of town. It's still on the inside of the rivers, but it's very, very, very close to the inside of the rivers. And you guys approach Amelia's homestead, and here you are. So I tried to make the picture that got drawn up is you can see there's a little cabbage patch there, there's a little fence that leads down towards the river, then there's the house and the little shack. I tried to make sure the details made sense. The dog is not laying in the road, just to be clear. Dog is not laying in the road, but here you are. So you guys tell me whatever you're doing, where you're going, what you're trying to loot, I guess, or find.
Does anything look weird as we get close?
Yeah, nobody's tended to the fields in probably 2 weeks, so a lot of the cabbages that are in this front field are rotting. But no, besides that, I mean, everything is, you guys live a pretty modest life, so it's everything. It looks kind of run down, but it's because it always is.
And then the very important question, do we hear birds and other insects, animals, and the like? Or does it all go deathly, bloodily silent?
No, you definitely hear, you hear the river running to the west. You hear the sound of birds. They're far and few between because it's pretty deep in the winter. And the bugs, you guys are in a subtropical climate, so you do hear a fair amount of cicadas and crickets and things like that. Yep.
I've never been so happy to hear bugs.
Could I get a quick mic check? Is that a lot better than it was
Yes.
a minute
Oh,
ago?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so right away, if my mic sounds bad, tell me. Thank you, Canis. Discord had switched it to my web.
What the fuck? It did it for me too. Yeah, that's crazy. You know what? I honestly, I just assumed you were playing in a different location and I hadn't picked up your background or something. So I was like, nah, fuck it. He's got it. It didn't sound bad, by the way. It just was a different audibly.
Lucy making everyone look bad.
Yeah, call me out, and be like, Payne, your mic sucks. And I'll check it.
I get yelled at when I tell people their mics suck.
No, tell
That's right.
me. Tell me.
I guess,
don't
yeah.
mind.
I think everybody else. Do I sound okay too? Everybody
Yeah,
else is
yeah.
good. Okay.
As we approach, and like on the walk over, Lyra is clearly trying not to force her anxiety on everybody, but is trying to keep us moving along
Okay.
as politely as possible.
Yeah, and you guys have arrived, so.
So as we reach here, and the dog isn't out, Kane is gonna go. So, this is obviously a farm, and I'm assuming you have like a farm dog.
Kane is, with your passive
I'm-
perception, you absolutely smell a dog. There is a dog somewhere nearby. You also smell a shitload of chickens somewhere.
I also smell chickens. But
Yeah, the fresh.
I've heard rumors
fresh
of
eggs.
farm dogs and jackals. Should I be concerned?
What Roomba? Like they don't get
Oh,
bombed?
Well, jackals are normally like predators who will hunt small animals,
Oh, yeah.
even on farms.
Yeah, Amelia, that's tough for you because you live in the subtropics where there is no such thing as jackals. Jackals are desert animals, so yeah, you have no clue.
Probably stay away from the chickens, and you'll be fine.
I don't have faith in those words, but I'll accept them.
Yeah. Oh, as we get like up to it. Oh, it looks. Oh, no one's been here in a bit. Okay. There's not a whole lot to it. It's slightly over 4 acres. Very, very slightly. Most of that's fields or the animals. It's just right in here.
And you guys can all smell rotting cabbage and the smell of the river, which is pretty close. Dench, you for sure would be able to take note of just the area around just the farmland into the acreage. This farm is fertile as fuck. I mean, everything here for being winter is as dense of green as it appears on the screen. It's insane.
I'm going
Great
to try the door. I've never asked if I have a house key or similar, but
Doors are both unlocked.
perfect. Oh, okay. Yeah, just welcome to the farm.
So as soon as the doors pop open, you guys hear kind of this distant but super hyper aggressive and this dog comes fucking bolting for the door, and it stops with its nose pointed towards you, and its teeth are completely bared. Its tongue is hanging out of its mouth, kind of like a wolf almost, and its ears are pulled all the way back. The hair along its spine is pulled up, and it just fucking snarls at you.
Star. It's okay, girl.
Make an animal handling check.
Yep, that's gonna be so good. I'm so good at these.
All covered in their dad's blood and everything.
Yup.
This is how the dog dies.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. 2 for
Nope.
2 for Holden Glen. Oh, 21 is pretty fucking good. I'll give you a nat 20. Okay, so, yeah, so the dog kind of eases up. You kind of say, okay, hey, Star. And you see it kind of sniffs a little bit, still maintaining that real deep snarl and the hair on the ridge of its spine standing up. And then it moves kind of like past your hand, Amelia, and it goes up and it sticks its nose right in the blood spots and just inhales deeply 4 or 5 times, and you see the hair on its ridge kind of come back down.
I think Pain from this angle is the only one that would be able to see it, but her eyes absolutely fill with tears again. It's okay. I know. You can smell them, can't you?
The dog doesn't respond, but it's now sitting.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I can fucking smell him. What are you showing up here for 3 weeks later? That fat bastard from the temple took him. No.
Sorry, we can't bring Star.
Star's not welcome on board.
We need to bring him.
So Star sits and just kind of like looks at you, tail wags a little bit. It's still, every time it's like it catches your eyes, the dog catches your eyes, it kind of like averts gaze, like, and then kind of goes back to the blood spot and smells a little bit. Seems a little confused, but it's definitely passive compared to what it just was.
Maybe you might want to get yourself cleaned up, changed.
Yeah, that's. You should let Star smell you. You should be fine to be able to come in then. And if Star will allow it, I will then pet the doggo as is required.
Yeah, I mean, you rolled an nat 20. This dog is you just tell me what you want it to do, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to pet the puppers and then go inside and just kind of call Star off of the others if he gets more aggressive.
Yeah, the only one that really catches like Star's attention is when Canis walks in. You see him, he kind of stands up, ears perk up, and then he immediately darts like kind of under your legs, and Canis, you just get like this giant wolfhound snout up your ass as he begins to kind of like sniff you and kind of like, you know, does that dog thing like, oh fuck, it's another dog. Hey, what the fuck are you? Hey, what fucking neighborhood are you from? I ain't never seen one of yous people before. What the fuck you mean use people? It's really rude, but look, this dog is from a small town, upstate New York, doesn't really get out much. Anyway, so you get, so you get the runaround. But eventually, Amelia's got, you know, total control. She kind of calls him off of you and, yeah, kind of eventually just kind of turns around and minds his own fucking business. He goes back to this corner where you see there is a very fluffy haystack with like furs and chicken feathers kind of built into it. There's a big water keg back here which has been slowly dripping water onto the floor, which isn't like ruining the floor, but it's definitely what was used to feed him. And then there's a massive pile right here and right here of what appears to be it's like overcooked oat balls of some sort that it looks, somebody has been feeding him very well. Like, he's not emaciated, he doesn't look sickly, he looks great.
And yeah, Amelia is going to go and grab, I'm assuming she still has some clothes and things here, since she left with a backpack and that was basically it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say for the sake of brevity, if you're going to be looking for clothes, you can find a change of your own clothes, just commoner shit, so you can swap out the bloody stuff and put the new stuff on. Why don't you just give me an investigation check real quick, since if anybody's going through shit, just tell me, guide me what you're doing.
I'll be looking at, basically, since she said see if there's stuff we could also sell. I'm just going to be looking to see, I'm looking for stuff to sell and stuff to feed a Shah.
Got it.
I'd be
I'm pretty
roughly doing the same, yeah.
All right, anybody who's doing it, lay it
Trying
on.
to be as respectful as possible, yeah. Just, I guess, looking for weapons or things to sell, I suppose.
Sure. Okay.
We don't, as she's just, as she's grabbing things, there's not a lot in here. Most of the coin we had went towards the farm itself, but if there's things that we need that you think would help, take what you need. Take what we need.
All right. As you guys start to kind of dig through, what is Payne doing? Payne, you just standing outside hanging out?
He's kind of sitting on guard on the front porch. I think that looks like a porch.
Give or take, yeah.
Yeah, so he's hanging out outside pretty much.
Okay. So as you guys enter and start to kind of dig through shit, Lyra, you and Canas are definitely confident, like, they lived very poorly. So unless you are gonna nickel and dime the coppers for the stray backpack, or you're gonna sell the bed linens, or you're gonna sell the sack, or their cutlery, I mean, that's petty as fuck and kind of disrespectful, especially if you're even anticipating on selling the property.
Right.
You guys find nothing of value as far as trying to hawk stuff from the house. They did not have it. However, as you guys are looking through, we'll say as a whole, because there were way more successes here than failures, you guys absolutely find the deed to the property. You also find Amelia over in the blue bed, in the teal bed. You find your very original linen exterior, straw-stuffed star dog from your childhood that was neatly tucked into your bed. You guys collectively find, you find Corin's Holden Glen Town Guard tabard, which is pretty fucking beat up, but you do find it folded in a small box. And you find in that same box, in a small envelope, a pair of silver wedding bands made of silver.
I will take that box.
You bitch, you're gonna sell it, aren't you?
Yup. No.
Wait.
I guess Dench would seeing the tabard, I guess he'll have a little bit more respect for the guy. He didn't realize that he was town guard or anything like that, so.
Yeah, and you, as you're looking at it, he was the equivalent of a sergeant first class.
How much does that box weigh?
We'll say the box with both things in it is, I don't know, 2 pounds.
Okay.
Just a small wooden box.
Didn't realize your father was town guard. Sergeant, no less.
I didn't either until he mentioned it today. He always stayed quiet about anything before here. It's always just been the farm.
Oh wait, where was the town guard? Was there a crest on it? Was it
Holden Glen, I believe.
It was Holden Glen.
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, okay.
Well, Amelia, I think we should leave everything as is here. I think we have everything we need.
Yeah. I suppose there's not much that would help in making the coin that's needed.
I honestly am not even thinking about that. I think we have what we need.
I do want to just walk through the other buildings. Did we have DM question? We had horses, right?
A horse. The horse is not here. It was elderly and it was sickly when you left. Your best guess, though, we'll just say for the sake of brevity with the investigation, is that it is not dead and buried somewhere nearby. Somebody probably took it to care for it because it was going to die if it was left on its own.
Yep. But that means that there's a spot where we should have some horse supplies. Hopefully.
Yes, and yep, and over the last 2 weeks, they have rotted through completely with blight. I rolled for it. I rolled for it because I knew you guys were going to be here.
But I don't want to take time doing a bunch of stuff that's just completely unnecessary for it. Would that include any gear as well, then?
Yes, there is no gear.
Okay. Um, there's the, yeah, we can just walk through, make sure there's nothing else that any of you see or things that would be helpful, and it would help to see, I think.
Okay.
I'll let you lead the way, Amelia.
Where's Payne?
I think he's outside still.
Payne has been doing a lot of looking at things since you guys got back, so we should let him maybe keep looking at things.
That's not like, excuse me. Payne, are you okay?
Hmm? Uh, hmm. There's a lot of things that could be said, and I decided to not say a lot of them. I think it's for the best. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I have a lot to think about.
No, you don't have to. I know it looks like it's gonna fall down, but this is still, the roof's only collapsed once in the last decade. It's safe to go in, or we're gonna just walk through the rest of the farm. Just, you don't have to stay out here.
I just thought I'd keep an eye out in case somebody questionable came along while you guys were there, and I could, somebody's got to keep watch and an eye on
He's
things.
he's right again. Amelia, where's the next building?
That's twice
It's
in one day.
I know.
might be a record. It's right over here, and she's going to just whistle for Star. And she'd go through the rest of the farm. Glance through, she'd look and see that the Asha supplies are gone, and that there's not, or that are rotted. There's not a horse corpse, which is good. The If there's any eggs or anything, might grab that
There
to
there is
pair.
nothing. There is nothing. I've
Nothing?
already sake of brevity to everything for you
Yep.
guys that is here to find. There is nothing
Yep.
to find. The vegetables in the field are rotting. The chickens are very well tended to, but all the eggs have been harvested this morning. In the rear fields, if you guys go back there, there's beans and pumpkins. But again, the ones that were like suitable for harvesting have been harvested. And last session, I noted that he had a great pumpkin harvest, and those were from that harvest. So yeah, there's not a whole lot more here.
She doesn't do really much crying or anything as they go through. She just looks through, points out a little bit, just probably shouldn't eat those, etc. And then when they come around to the front again, it would be, there's not much that I think we need. You were right about that. Other than the telling the church that I won't be here for the funeral, I don't think there's much else. We could go and sell whatever we have to sell.
Okay. And as far as that's concerned, I think we should try not to sell before we get there and start listing stuff. I'd rather I really don't like the idea of only having 2 revivifications. So if we don't have to sell one of those scrolls, I don't think we should. I can sell the Scroll of Longstrider, I can sell the Potion of Mind Reading, and I can sell my Pearl.
Well, no, don't. You shouldn't sell yours. I mean, I have the one that you've given me. You use that one, right? I mean,
Well, no, we we can sell the one I have. The one you have is my grandfather's. But we have these other things that we can sell. We've got this Potion of Longstrider and then the Evil Clam Pearl. And we can see how much we can get for that.
Did you write the scroll in your wizard spell book?
No. And she clearly glossed over that, Dench. Like, very, very clearly tried to change the subject. If I had done that, I actually wouldn't have it to sell anymore. It sort of gets used up because it's a whole, like, magical transfer.
We
So you said
I don't-
the main premise is
we're not likely to get much coin here.
Well,
Trade is a little bit more common than
my thought,
coin.
my thought was supply and demand. So we could see, I know what it relatively should go for, and if it seems way too low, then we can just wait until we get to the port.
the area that would be kind of like.
It's not a that's more of your type of magic, right?
Yes.
Then Abacar's probably for that. We have the damaged set of armor. That's back on the ship, but that's an option too.
Okay.
But yeah, I can. Abacar's is up in the north part of town. We passed by it.
Okay.
Actually, it's about halfway between here and where you met Brother Kerba.
Okay, so we can sake of brevity if you want, Xavier, but
Oh, we will be sake of breviting it because I'm not doing this.
yeah. So
Sorry, but the campaign is not moving at my pace at this point, so we gotta, the pace has got to pick up.
So we'll go try to sell the pearl. Let's just see what we could get for it. Not necessarily go through with it, and if it's crazy low, then move on. But if it's decent, then maybe we'll sell it here. And then I guess we could see about the armor and maybe one of the revivifications.
Whose armor? There are 2 suits of chainmail on the ship. So what do you?
Amelia, I think, offered her dad's just now, and Payne had offered one as well. But I don't know if Payne wanted to do that here.
My only thing would be having to go back to the ship to get it and back here.
In which
again
case,
to
you
sell it.
absolutely will. Yep.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be it. And then the other thing would be selling the house before we leave, but Payne won't
Yes.
suggest that. That's just me.
Lyra would again.
Janus would too.
I mean, you can have that discussion if you guys would like, but I don't want to do shopping simulator for nickel and diming teeny tiny stuff.
Amelia, before we leave, and I know everything is fresh, but I think that makes it better. I don't want to make that decision for you. But I do think it's one that you shouldn't sit on for too long.
Do you want to sell your house?
As you said,
At some point, she had been attacked.
let's go back to Brother Kerba.
You're sure?
Please stop asking me that.
I get
No.
it. Okyness. I
from
understand.
what I
now.
understand, Brother Kerpo would take good care of it with his family, so I think it'll be in good hands.
It's a new beginning.
So
I
didn't
can't-
know if
I
that's
can't
something
take care
that
of it.
you want me to take more on,
And
it's fine.
Here,
But when I worked with the other GM, he allowed it.
the land
because
provides for
essentially
those who
this
provide for the land.
became
All right, shall we then?
She'd Lyra would. She can't probably reach your shoulders very well, but you'd feel like a hand on your arm.
She'd stop, look at Lyra.
You just got a reassuring nod.
Yep. And she would nod back and then go and sell her farm before her father's body has even been fully taken care of.
Well, at least it's cold. It was cold before it hit the ground, so. All right.
I don't know if that helps.
I'm certain it doesn't. But then, yeah, back to afterwards. Yeah, selling back to the ship, back to the main mission.
Okay, now, to be clear, though, there was some talk about selling in between that. So, are you guys going to go back to the ship to pick up shit from the ship to sell and come back here? I just need to know for time tracking. Payne says absolutely not, and I like that.
Yep. I think when we go back to the ship, we are leaving.
Okay, so we're going to remove the chainmail portion from that. Lyra, you said you're going to try to sell the... Okay, so
Girl.
just to be... Let me just start with this. To be completely clear, you guys go back to Brother Kirpa with the sentimental value items on your person. You show him the deed, and he does. He pulls out literally a chest with 1,500 gold pieces in it, and he says, "This is yours. I promise I will work that farm, and my cousins will work the river and the river leading to the farm all throughout the summer. And when they have to go back to Kokoromban, up in the wildlands, I will do what I can to sell the property so that it doesn't fall to pieces."
Can you take care of, or ask them to, can you make sure Star's taken care of as well?
You want to bring Star with?
I thought we were taking the dog.
She does not look to the others, looks directly to Brother Kirpa.
I was not expecting that. You know what's funny is that during the time you guys were RPing there, I was copying and pasting Star all over all the other maps I had. But that's okay, because you know what? Listen, you've only got one thing left in this world, okay? Asha's magical, she can come back. There ain't no second chances for the fucking dog.
We've seen what you do to named animals.
Don't
monster.
fucking name him. I warned everybody.
I gave him a whole lineage, and damn it, I'm keeping him safe.
Yeah, Brother Kirpa says, "Oh, of course. My cousins won't arrive for some time, but he can stay here in the temple where the fresh water always flows, and kind of glances around. Well, I'll find him suitable food. The pixies have been feeding him. They'll assist
I thought
me."
you were gonna say you're gonna feed him pixies.
I actually did too. I thought he was going to eat pixies.
Does he consume pixies?
He's
Now he is just
not supposed to.
That's a fair answer.
If they're giving him food, I don't think he does.
Well, if I catch him pooping glitter, I'll assume the worst and alert the families.
Thank you.
Of
And it's very
course.
obviously not a thank you for promising to alert the families.
He signs under the deed and then kind of draws a secondary line and just kind of gives you the pen for approval. And then as Amelia's looking at it, he pushes the box towards like Lyra and the group.
That's probably heavy as fuck, so Dench will try to carry that.
Amelia, are you comfortable?
Put it in the purse.
Oh, right. Person.
All right, I'm going to add 1,500 gold to.
Okay, you should have 1741.
Yeah.
And Amelia is going to
so probably something.
Um,
then.
look at the deed, hesitate for a very, very long moment.
Just so, 'cause that allows you to
And then she will write her name.
All right.
She doesn't really leave a signature, but she writes her name at least.
So, and you know, the funny thing is, you see your father's name above it. There is no the last name doesn't exist. It's just Corin of Holden Glen. Full stop.
She writes hers. She writes
Title?
No.
Oh.
Yes, in a way. She writes Amelia, Corin's daughter.
I like that. All right.
Takes her a moment to remember how to spell daughter, but she gets there.
It's G-H.
All right. So, okay. So we'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys depart from there. You guys kind of give Star some love. Star kind of like watches you kind of like leave, like what the fuck. But then it's very clear that Brother Kerpa is exquisitely good with animals, and as you're leaving, as like kind of the barking, like hey, where are you going, kind of starts, you guys actually kind of hear like a quiet incantation, and as you look back, he finishes a sigil in the air, and you see his eyes kind of dim, and then he becomes really passive and just lays on the ground and kind of turns his head. Not like he forgets, just that he's been calmed.
Just tranked your dog.
Better than
Big
killing
This
him.
was probably. This is safer and a better life for him than the one
Okay.
we're living.
That's probably true.
Can't argue with that.
All right. So you guys head back out into the whole, not to move past emotional moments, because I know that's a lot.
Oh no,
but
please do.
to move back out into the wilds of Holden Glen. You guys said you were going to attempt to sell a pearl, which I don't believe was on the list, so I don't have that. Hang on, maybe it is. Let me see. No, that wasn't on your list. Bear with me on that one, but you said the PP scroll?
Yeah. but
Okay.
I tried to clean it up.
So you do find somebody in the market who's willing to buy it, but they immediately recognize that it's soaked in a pungent piss. Even though it's long dried, it's still very stale smelling. They say, "Oh yeah, I can give it to you for 40 gold." And they smell it and they go, "I can't flip this easily. We'll call it 20 at best."
It's probably more worth you actually writing it down. I think at that
It
point.
costs money to write it, though.
Don't
Okay, all right.
sell it. You can write it later.
Are you sure, Amelia?
And she just nods. We have the coin that we need.
That was not why I... She just stops talking.
Okay. So you move on. Were you guys trying to sell a Revivify scroll or no?
I don't think we're.
No, sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
I think
asking
we're
because
going
these
to.
are all the things Candace sent me, so I just want to make sure I touch them or delete them. All right. Find familiar components.
I think we're good on cash now.
Lyra would
Okay.
still be trying to sell stuff, honestly.
Okay. Find familiar components, yes
yeah,
or no?
I would try to sell those.
Okay, somebody would offer you all of what you have for 8 gold, because they're going to have to flip them. Which I believe is a 2 gold loss for you, but...
Yeah, I think she'd probably take that because we don't...
I mean, you have a familiar and you can't
I'm
resummon
not
a new
gonna
one,
use
so
one.
you literally never have to use those ever. Okay, the suits chainmail are done, and the last thing I had on your guys' list was the mithril scale mail.
I think
feel like
we're...
we're pretty good at this point. So after hearing like all the the money for the house and all that, yeah, Dench wouldn't want to sell that now.
I don't know if we need to sell anything here. Are we? We can stop by the temple on the way back to the ship. Would there be in the market, since this is the right community for it, a place where I would know where I could get straw or oats or things for a Shah?
Possibly. Yeah. What are you looking for?
Well, actually, it would be just, the minimum straw for, her not standing in her own shit. Oats if possible, like just horse treat type things. And then this just popped into my head, that's why I didn't send it earlier. If there is someone that would have like a bit and bridle, or not bit and bridle, saddle.
Horses are not ridden in Holden Glen.
Fair
They're,
enough. Oh yeah, that'd be draft
right,
type.
right.
Yep.
Yep. So no, you don't find that, but feed per day, 5 copper per day. So let me know how much you need, as far as that's concerned. Straw, 5 copper per bundle, or per bundle. But it's going to take a long time to haul all this shit back and forth.
Even just like a bundle of, I don't know how far straw goes. I have no concept of this at all.
I can let you make an intelligence check if you want.
Could I help with that, or could one of us help with that?
Yep. I was gonna ask if I would have any history with that, like that would give me
anybody who is proficient in animal handling.
Not me.
No.
Not a single one of us. Wow.
Then Amelia it is.
I'm proficient in land vehicles. I'm not sure if that counts.
Now you don't use a whole lot of straw in the back of a wagon, but...
Well, I was just mean, like, in terms of, like, beast of burden and, like, controlling wagons and such. I don't know. It's a little bit of a stretch.
It's a bit of a stretch, but I'll give you this. You guys had to change the straw daily on all of the pack animals that you used for when you were in the military. Like, literally daily. Because, it's not just a matter of, like, oh, the horse pooped in the straw. It's like, they soaked it in 9 gallons of piss overnight.
Nasty.
Yeah, it's gross, but it's, it's the truth of it.
Yeah. Okay. Helps as best he can.
So that's this would be a lot for us to try and haul anyway. If we can just even get a little bit of feed for her, something she can eat besides pains, meat pies, that would be helpful. And then when we're in Willow Hollow, we should get actual supplies for her.
Yeah, that'd be good. Maybe get maybe 2 bundles of straw, and then maybe some, I don't know, a couple days worth of feed for her.
That would be, yeah, just a couple of silvers worth, probably.
Was it?
Of everything.
Okay, so 2 and 2?
Yep.
2 bundles of straw. Okay. So 2 of you will have to carry a bale of hay or straw. I don't know if you've ever carried a bale of hay, but I don't care how strong you are, you're only carrying fucking one of those things. Especially 30 minutes outside of town. And then the feed are 10 pounds each, which isn't too bad. So you guys can carry it between the 4 of you that can actually burden these things if Payne's interested in assisting.
Payne would carry a hay bale.
Okay, got it.
Lyra would not be happy about it, but she'll do it.
Okay, so...
Amelia would grab the other one without much issue. I'm not encumbered or anywhere near it right now.
The only one I was concerned about was Payne. So, because Canis can't carry shit, so if it was only 3 of the 4, then you had a problem. Alright, we'll say for the sake of brevity, remove 2 silver, please, and add 2 bales of we'll call it hay. Hay's more comfortable. And she can nibble on it. And 2 days of rations.
Are you adding this stuff, Amelia? Okay, thank you. I took out the 2 silver.
Perfect.
Understood, thank you. All right. That's that. Okay. So, nothing else that needs to be sold, done, this, that, one way or the other in Holden Glen. Am I correct?
There was something about the temple where we
Ah, the
came
temple.
past there.
That doesn't need to be a whole scene unless the DM says it needs to be. Amelia's just going to communicate that she will not be staying in Holden Glen. She's taking off, so if they can handle the preparations of the body, etc., etc.
The acolyte just kind of he will say he jots it down. Brother Mail's in his study. He is preparing something, but he jots down your information and he tells you, "I'll make sure that Brother Mail gets this. Thank you."
And just as a side note, everybody would notice that Payne did not walk onto the temple grounds.
Noted, actually.
Someone doesn't like our god now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Den-
fair.
Dench might not have either, but not out of like any kind of like sanctity kind of thing.
No religious malice like Payne over here. If I step foot on that
Personal
ground, I'm
malice.
burning it to the ground. Yeah, fair. That's totally
Personal
fair.
malice over religious malice, yeah, for sure. Fuck that.
Lyra
guy.
would probably walk with her. I don't give a fuck.
Do your best, bitch. Okay.
Both personal and religious malice against this place, but he
Canis is just waiting for his shot. I'm
Hates
gonna
everybody
bring this
equally.
bitch down. Okay. So. We-
How much
Go
does how much does a bale of hay weigh?
It's a moot point. You're walking it back to the
Perfect.
ship, so I'm not going to even do that.
Oh no, I meant for adding it into the ship inventory and stuff.
Oh, you know what? That's a fair point. 25 pounds. Hay bales are heavy as fuck, and when you're actually, I think it's more. I think it's probably closer to like 45. I slung hay bales for a summer when I was in high school, and it was the worst fucking job I've ever had. And I've dealt with the suck of the United States Army. Let me tell you, it was bad. I feel bad
It
for
is
those farmer
pretty
boys.
miserable.
Oh, it's terrible, especially when you're up in a fucking barn all day long, climbing stacks 30, 40 fucking high. Okay. Whew. Triggered me a little bit. Yeah. Ah! Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put you guys here. You guys travel outside of town and back to the ship. I will put you probably, well, I guess it doesn't matter either way. There's an up and a down. You guys just put yourselves wherever you need to be. And you kind of guide me and tell me exactly what it is you intend to do at this point.
So it's probably pretty late in the day at this point, right? Like it's
Yeah,
probably on sunset.
Yeah, so so we started at 3, so it's 3.
We had to do a lot in that time, you know.
8. Yeah, so we're probably like 8:30. We'll call it like 8:30 p.m.
Is this when Dorian usually sleeps?
Are you asking the DM or was that you asking?
That was Lyra.
Okay. Well, DM answered no. He sleeps when you guys sleep typically. He just rotates so that way it's not awkward.
Well, I mean, I suppose we can push off for a little while and then let him get his rest. Find a good place to settle down, you know, a little bit away from this place.
Yeah.
I mean, or we can just kind of kick off in the morning.
I think I'll go tell him.
And made a warlock pact.
He's up for it. We should make what sky we
No,
can
just straight up
tonight.
warlock.
before we make camp.
I would agree. Yeah.
All right. So you go down into the belly, and Dorian's kind of sitting there, kind of just fucking with his helm. Looks like he's like got a small screwdriver out, and he's just kind of fucking with it. Oh. Yep. Oh. Excuse me. Hello.
Hi, Dorian.
Hi.
We are ready to leave here if you are. We figure we get as much airtime as possible.
He slips his helm on, and you feel the whole ship shudder suddenly. Lucky for you, I just finished repairs. Puts the screwdriver down. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'll need to sleep in a few hours, so just be prepared for that, but we can hang high.
That's fine. We have some coordinates that we need to go to.
Do you have a map? I'll need a map if you have
Yeah,
coordinates.
she'd take out the map, like our map, because I know we had it marked on there.
You did.
So she'd point it out.
He kind of looks down. He's like, 42, 12. Meh, looks very forested around there. What's the significance? Can I land outside and you can walk in? We can try if there's an opening big enough for the ship, but according to the map, I don't think there is.
That would be fine. We can certainly handle walking. Whatever's going to keep you and the ship safest while we do what we have to is fine. And obviously, if there's nowhere to land closer, then we walk.
Ah, well, wonderful. Okay, well, we've got a little over a day's travel, so buckle up and make sure that you're ready for whatever it is you're going there for.
Thank you, Dorian, for everything.
Ah, don't thank me, you're paying me. Wait, you are still paying me, right?
We're still paying.
Okay.
We're still paying you. I appreciate your patience with. I know you're getting paid, but thank you anyway. Just thank you.
Okay. Here we go. He kind of calls that out loud, and the whole ship just shudders suddenly. You guys, even on the top deck, up into the air, and boom, full speed.
Lyra would, after she leaves the captain quarters, there's a second where, because Canis is with her, it looks like she's kind of debating, like, go upstairs or not, and then she ends up taking a seat at the table and takes out her book.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah. Are you good?
Bear with me. You guys just
fine.
went to air travel, so you can move yourselves back. I apologize.
Did you say you're not, Canis? Is that what you said?
No, I said I'm fine. But you seem like you're not.
I mean, the last week has been fairly informative.
That's one way to put it.
Yep. There are many others that I could have used, and that is the one I chose.
You can use them all. You know how I am.
That's funny, Peyton. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Canis. I was sworn to secrecy, so I can't tell you everything, but, I can tell you I think I've disappointed Papa for the first time.
I ask why, or is that part of that you can't tell me?
I think it's part of the I can't tell you. The ledger is certainly involves the ledger. I mean, you know that he didn't want Mama to find out, and that's the urgency here, but
Well, I don't see how that could be him disappointed in you.
I am spending time away from home and not making any money doing it. And I tried to explain the significance, but
Not making. Liar, we bought an airship.
right, and we could have used that money to pay back the ledger. That's why I fucked up. We've had the money twice. We've had it twice.
No, I completely disagree with you. I understand
you
why
do.
you think this. Yes, of course I do. I know why you think this. You'll probably once again blaming yourself, despite how often I tell you don't. But no, we all decided to buy the airship. And your dad, he himself said we can spend the money.
Yeah, I know.
Is this because your mother figured out, or? Oh, I guess you can't tell me.
She didn't figure it out yet. We just have to fix it before she does, that's all. And she looks back toward her book.
All right. But no, this is not like some disappointment. You probably would make more. We've probably made more adventuring than you working any job in any town mostly.
Yeah, especially now that I convinced Amelia to sell her house.
It was a choice that again she made, maybe not as willingly, but these are. I don't think we could even afford to keep her house. If I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea what it comes to owning property, but if your dad had to pay that much for it, or not, I guess. No, sorry, that was breaking character. I do not know that. Cancel that. Scratch.
Well, I can tell you, I understand a little bit more now, and I'm not supposed to talk about it, but I also kind of just I don't know if I want to.
Well, I'm not going to force you. I know this matters between you and your dad. Um, as much as it annoys me a little, but I have faith in you, and you don't have to worry. We'll get this sorted out, whatever it is. We'll pay the money back, and then maybe one day we'll help Amelia get a new house in Holden Glen, or get her old one back. I don't know if that's really her plan.
She shouldn't live there. I wasn't.
We should, I don't know, storm the church, and Brother Mile will be the next one she executes, and
I think maybe we
whatever.
don't talk about Amelia executing people, number one. And also, we encourage her to climb the ranks the proper way.
Oh, absolutely. I will never know what the proper way in a Celestian church is. I don't think I want to find out, but we'll help her do what she needs to.
Agreed.
And you do what you need to as well.
Yep, I am. She's like writing in her book as she's talking to you. I am working on that right now.
What you working on?
I am. We have a lot of things to do, so I'm planning.
In that case, can Kinnis like make a check? Is the way she's planning kind of like exam Lyra
Make it.
mode where she just doesn't do anything else?
Give me 1 sec. Okay, yeah, she's writing a list of tasks that you guys have to do. And it starts with the coordinates, then going back to Willow Hollow to pay off the ledger, and then you see travel to dark space question mark, and then she starts listing other planes of existence. And they're yours.
Lyra,
Mm-hmm.
are you planning on eating today?
Yeah, of course.
When?
When it's time to eat.
I'll leave it at that for now. But I'll be watching. Because I have a feeling you're going into a mode I don't like. You. If I find out you are, I'm going. Be prepared for the repercussions.
You're gonna bite me?
All right.
No. Yeah, sorry, we can move on. That's just going to go into banter.
Yeah, no, I knew. That's why I'm trying to stop the bantering. Okay, so what do I need to know from anybody on this ship throughout the tail end of your evening, which is only a couple of hours before a long rest would be required, if you guys want to stay on the same schedule that you're on currently?
Yeah,
What
I
the
think-
fuck? Oh, go ahead.
I think Dench would definitely want to keep to a normal, normal sleep cycle. So yeah, he's just gonna, as they're in the air, he's gonna start getting himself ready for sleep, and then just clean up his gear and arranging all his shit, and that's about it for him, really.
Okay.
The only thing I need to know is how many days it would be to the beacon thing, so I that last day, so that when we go into the their stronghold, I'll call it, that I'm not creating food and water that day. If I said that properly.
You did. I can tell you're really upset about not having your shit prepared. Not my fault. So it is
I know.
one day full travel from here to the next day point, which would be a full 24 hours travel. That is going to put you at about 8:30 p.m. that next night. When you guys arrive at the coordinates, it's going to be about 2 in the morning. So 2 in the morning on the 19th, Tuesday the 19th, and it is currently Sunday the 17th.
All right, so I'll make food and water one day. The next day, I will not.
Got it. Okay.
My big thing is what the fuck is going on in the sky right now?
Give me one sec.
Thankfully, I don't have a constellation that says anything about patricide, so
Okay, so as you glance up into the sky, once you guys kind of like breach the clouds, you feel that the stars are kind of distant, and as you watch the sky above you, you realize that the constellations and every celestial body is actively moving away from your vision. There is mourning within them, and eventually the sky becomes black and you see not a single star in the sky, and it remains that way for the rest of the night.
okay. Yeah, Amelia then is going to, yeah, she'll spend some time staring at the stars. And then when it gets later, it'll be I'm not going to be able to sleep for a while. I know we don't really do terribly much for watches right now, but I'll be up for the first one if you two want to go get some sleep.
Sorry, who are you saying this to? You're saying this to.
Dench is nearby at the moment, and then Pain, that means you too. You should go get some sleep.
Right.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
As Dench passes by Amelia to head below decks, I'll kind of pause next to her for a moment, and then kind of rest a hand on her shoulder, and move on downstairs.
All right.
And in case I know I didn't explicitly say it, she would have given his cloak back
Oh,
when
yeah,
she got changed and stuff, probably.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you hand Dench's cloak back. Dench, as you get back down there and you're kind of moving around, Lyra is sitting at the table going through a notebook. Canis is sitting nearby. Dench, you kind of bypass both of them and kind of get ready to saddle up for bed. Send you... Actually, disregard. Okay. Yeah, so you saddle up, get yourself situated, and you bed down. Pain, you find yourself down there, get yourself situated, nice and cozy in bed, bedded down. Yeah, what do I need to know anything else from the other two of you? Canis, I have a thing for you that I'm sending right now. Just bear with me.
Lyra would like when Canis is bugging her enough, she'd eventually go to bed. So she would get enough sleep.
Okay. Anything else from anybody?
Loving the
One-
faces that Lucy's
there
made.
you-
Right? Wow.
And the smile that Kevin had after he sent whatever it was.
Try and discern what it is, or is it just like what you said?
Sorry, what was the question? I didn't hear you.
Can I try and like discern if it's just like a regular coin or?
Yeah. It seems perfectly normal. I mean, nothing crazy about it. Not like there's sigils or anything all over it.
I think he'll leave it for now because I don't think Lara's gonna listen, but he'll maybe bring it up later.
Okay. All right. As the rest of you bed down for your sleep, Amelia, what are you doing? Anything I need to note? We're just kind of taking the watch and watching.
She's just going to take the watch. She will end up just letting Ashan know that they made it back. But is not going to elaborate.
Okay.
She's going to just watch the well, not the stars, but watch the night.
Watch the night. Watch the void. God, it's kind of dark to even say that. Sorry. Okay, so I'm not. Night comes and goes. I saw everybody shake their head independently. You're right, I'm not. So
Yep. In her prayers that night, in addition to the usual, are just focused on just Corin's soul, making it to the celestial expanse, etc.
okay, understood. All right. So, Amelia, you go and who are you? It doesn't matter. It's kind of a moot point of who you're waking up. I'm assuming you're just waking two people up to do watch, but just tell me who you're gonna wake up in order to make this thing happen.
She'll end up waking up Dench because he's the most rational about all of the things. And then, yeah. So.
Currently.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're gonna let Dench swap out? Okay, got it. Alright, so Dench kind of begrudgingly gets up like, God, fuck me, Firewatch, here we go. Alright, gets his, slips on, grabs his shit. Amelia, as you go to lay down, or as you go to, start taking your gear off and set down, you will say, Dench is just barely out of reach at this point. But you get to your bunk. Whoops, your bunk is right about there. And you notice something sitting on your pillow, perfectly center, directly in the middle. Small and made of copper.
Does it mean anything to me?
Nope. Never seen it before in your life. Have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm pretty sure she'd pick it up to look at it because that's just kind of a what's this kind of thing. That does not look like a normal copper piece, or it does. I
Oh,
don't
it does
know what
not
copper-
look. No, it does. It looks more like a token as opposed to a copper piece.
Yep. I think she's going to set it on the table,
Okay.
for now, and then
Sure.
she lays down and tries to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, so you go to sleep. Dench, you head up to the top deck and kind of do a patrol watch. I'm assuming you're kind of fucking with the ballista again, still a little bit, kind of just working with it. Excellent. It's becoming more and more familiar to you, and I am sure your excitement is growing, and you're like, somebody fucking try me. Because you want to use that bitch.
I want to put this through a boat at some point. I want to put this through a fucking wyvern's face and
Oh, shit. Okay. So, if nobody has anything else, we'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys move throughout the evening and into the morning of the 18th, which is Monday, the 18th of Inar. Okay, so you guys wake up and you are going to wake up and kind of collect yourselves. We'll, again, for the sake of brevity, we'll say that the night, the night truly does go without any issue. You guys are flying at high speeds. You've moved through the night. Dorian has kind of powered down. He's at the very tail end of his sleep cycle while you guys, and way the fuck up in the air above the clouds, while you guys are kind of gathering in the morning for breakfast. As you do so, as everyone's kind of getting their stuff on, coming around to the breakfast table, this is the morning that Payne is going to create his dwarven meat buns, the 18th, not the 19th, not the 19th, for replay value, not the 19th. And you guys notice, all of you now notice, sitting on the table in the middle of the room is a small coin. Yes, what do you got, Kat?
Before we get too far into anything, Amelia, first thing, because she probably did not sleep terribly well, she's gonna go downstairs and just make sure that Asha's actually like solidly taken care of.
Yeah. Yep, Asha is. Yep, Asha is good. Asha is on top of the hay bale, kind of nibbled at a little bit of it, soiled it enough, and as you're looking at it, you're like, oh, we're gonna need more fucking hay for sure.
Yep, but it was very much a temporary measure, but just wanted to make sure that I notated that. She'll clean up what she can, etc. And then we'll go back up.
She seems very happy, and she tells you as much because she can speak to you in your head. All right, so yeah, no, she does seem good though. The hay seems to you that it is 10 times better than the hardwood floor that she was sleeping on. Because it's tough to sleep on a fucking wooden plank when you're, 700 pounds. All right, so you go back upstairs after tending to a shaft. You wake up a little bit earlier, and you're right. I doubt Amelia slept much of anything last night. As the rest of you are kind of gathering around the table, I'm just going to kind of move you for the sake of brevity to kind of sit and eat. The coin that Amelia had placed in the middle of the table, kind of hanging out there, is Dench, Payne, and Lyra get to it, and all three of you immediately recognize the coin.
Lyra. Sorry, go ahead.
We recognize what this is from.
100%. That is a duplicate, if not the exact same coin that you handed off in the ruins of Ankmir.
Lyra's hands will spark as soon as she sees it. How the fuck did that get there? How the fuck did that get there?
Would I be back up?
Yeah. Again, for the sake of brevity, you guys are here.
Oh, sorry. It was, on the bunk last night, and...
On what bunk? On what bunk? On which bunk?
Are you on my bunk? Are you?
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
Come here. Come here.
That was the token that Krivak gave us to get out of the city.
Come here. She sits down on the floor right here and starts drawing symbols.
Yeah, he spoke in my head a couple of times. Recently, and then there's the mark. He's mad. I don't really care.
Bring the coin over here too, please, and have a seat.
Yeah, and she'll go back over. She'll grab it.
I'm going. Oh, go ahead.
Did he call on you while you were there?
Yes.
I take it you didn't answer favorably.
Well, you said he wanted your dad, right?
Yes.
Did she say that to us?
She did.
Okay.
Might have been outside. I'm not sure.
It was, yeah. And you said that he said he wants you now because he gets to decide what happens to you because you decided what happens to your dad, right? That's what he said.
Yeah, pretty much. It's if the slaver is upset that I stole what he claims to be his property, I don't really care.
It's not the property, Amelia. It's his reputation. He told us that. Okay. I'm going to identify the mark on your hand, and then I'm going to identify the coin to see if there's anything we can do to make sure that we don't get attacked while we are flying or attacked while we are trying to save the world.
Yeah. Did you need his letter or to know what he said specifically? I don't know how much of that matters in your magic.
Let me see the letter, but
When I opened it, the mark thing happened.
Give me a sec. I can share that if you want. You're gonna show them the
Yes,
letter you
please.
said.
And he seemed to know whether or not Amelia had opened up the letter or not. So, might
The
be
alarm-
linked to him somehow.
the alarming thing is how the coin got on her bunk. Because
Oh, yeah, of course.
somebody was on our ship and might still be on our somebody might still be on our ship.
Hearing that, Dench would, pull out an axe and he'll start searching this deck, I guess.
Payne, can you go with him, please?
Dorian,
Yeah, sure.
Dorian can sense the ship. Dorian, can you? And she doesn't raise her voice. She knows that he can hear all of the things. Do you know how this coin got onto the ship?
You guys all hear a collective kind of boom in your minds, and you hear Dorian. No. Nobody came or went, and I didn't sleep, I swear. The horse would rat me out if I did. I was just working on the helm. Nobody came on the ship while you were gone.
Can I insight check him speaking? I know
Sure,
I can't
go
see.
ahead.
While that's happening, Amelia fully just shrugs in the most casual way and just demon magic.
Yeah, Lyra, as best as you can tell, he's being totally truthful. There's no ulterior motives.
Well, Krivak has already revealed himself to be a man of very many surprises, so.
But I wouldn't know of anything that could allow you to magically transport something to a specific location, would I?
Fuck yeah, you know about the teleport spell.
So, okay. So he just teleported it to her.
Well, no, I didn't say that. You can assume whatever you want to say, but there is teleportation magic. You can literally jump fucking universes and planes of existence. So,
right.
So moving a coin is nothing. Yeah, I mean there might be constraints, but you don't know. You guys know nothing. You guys did absolutely zero research about this individual, so you know nothing of his capabilities, if it's him at all. But yes, Lyra 100% knows that there is transportation magic.
So my concern is that this mark is acting as some kind of tracking. And he could have just, I guess, identified where she had been sleeping and teleported the coin. It's not really any better. I'm going to identify your mark and we'll start from there. One thing at a time.
Be careful. It burns at times. I don't know if it would hurt you.
She holds up her hand that has Canis's mark. I think I'm fine. She's gonna cast Identify. I'm doing it as a ritual.
Okay. Is there anything else during this 10 minutes that I need to know about from anybody else? Payne, Dench, Canis, Amelia.
Dench is, fine tooth comb this deck, like just seeing if there's any scorch marks or magic bullshit or I don't know, anything out of the ordinary.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay, dirty 20.
You are completely convinced that there is no stone left unturned because of the simplicity of the interior. I mean, you toss beds, you look behind pillars, cracks in the wall. There is nothing that indicates anybody was here.
Amelia, not knowing Asha's level of knowledge or intelligence or anything else, is going to she's going to ask her horse if her horse knows anything about this mark or what it could mean.
So you're not going to sit there and wait for the identify,
No,
or you're going to
mentally.
Oh, hold on. I can't see it.
And I mean, Amelia had no idea what her limitations were. I can show you after. Lyra's doing some ritual thing right now. But he made a coin appear in my bed, and they're a little bit freaking out right now.
Oh, a magician?
Worse, a slaver.
I was hoping you were going to say a wizard, but slaver's pretty terrible too.
And probably just some non-consequential back and forth there.
All right. Payne, nothing out of you?
No, he just would have been following Dench around for backup.
Okay.
And when that was done, he would go back to the table.
Okay, so the just to be clear, the letter is publicly available. I don't know if did everybody get that? Did you guys see it pop up? Okay, if you want to read it. If not, no big deal, but just so you know, Amelia, correct me if I'm wrong, you put it on the table, right, for everyone to take a look at. Okay. The only thing different about that image and the reality of it is that the little mark on the bottom is blackened out. It's still there, but it's not glowing red like that.
Is the one on my hand glowing?
Not currently. But it did glow when you heard the voice speak to you.
And your ritual is 10 minutes, right?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be touching it?
She does.
Yep. Okay. Then, so midway through the ritual. So Asha can't see through my eyes. That's good to know. But I was going to ask her about the mark. It glows sometimes too. When he spoke before, both times. The first time was when he said he wanted Corin, that I had 3 weeks, and then after, when, well, he said he tried to be all threatening. So
You'd hear Lyra humming as she's doing the ritual.
She can't talk with you right now. She's busy concentrating.
Oh, should I not be? I can. Sorry.
Kane, as you would 100% know, she should not be doing that right now.
Yeah, you should definitely not be distracting her.
You kids want to backlash a ritual? Because this is how you backlash a ritual.
And Amelia would just one more time, just, sorry.
Your hand disappears, but at least the mark does too. It's fine.
Oh god.
I suggest amputation.
Now you get to pick your
have
sword
Mark if
or
you
your
can.
shield.
You're
So
welcome.
terrible. All right.
I go with the shield, but I am going to specialize in bludgeoning.
I'm totally down with that. Shield bash the shit. Oh, you could shield bash and divine smite with. Okay, settle down.
New title too, the one-handed paladin.
All right. So Lyra, this was on the mark, not the coin, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the mark. So the 10 minutes seems long and drawn out. It's quiet. We'll say for the sake of brevity at this point, Dench and Payne have kind of moved back in here. You guys have done a very quick and, I mean, just a very rapid clear of the deck to make sure there's no bullshit going on here, and you determine there's no bullshit going on here. So Lyra traces the final arcane sigil in the air, and as the spell settles, the room grows unnaturally still. Not quiet, still. It awakens. The mark. Fine threads of crimson and obsidian light unravel from the symbol like veins spreading beneath her skin, stretching far beyond Amelia's body. For just an instant, Lyra's vision follows them. Not through the room, but somewhere impossibly distant. Lyra. Darkness. Not the darkness of night, but the endless cavern of smoldering stone and rivers of molten fire. Countless chains, each etched with infernal script, disappear into the distance. Darkness follows once more, and from the dark emerges a pair of large draconic eyes, amber in color. You hear a soft chuckle in the distance, and the vision violently snaps shut. The mark dims on Amelia's hand once more, yet the spell continues. As the enchantment peels back its layers, Lyra realizes that the sigil is not just a single spell. It is several braided together so perfectly that separating one from the other would likely destroy the entire construct. The first layer is unmistakable. It is a sympathetic bond. The mark permanently recognizes Amelia's soul as its anchor. It cannot be removed by mundane means, nor transferred to another creature. Wherever Amelia goes, the enchantment follows. But beneath that lies another enchantment, and this is the conduit. Not for power, but for awareness. Someone on the opposite end of the bond can perceive when the mark is invoked, and under specific conditions may communicate directly through it. The connection currently feels dormant, but never truly asleep. There is a third layer that reveals itself, and at this point you guys see Lyra's brow furrow. This one isn't divine. It isn't arcane. This one feels contractual. The magic is written less like a spell and more like a legal document woven into reality itself. Every line reinforces another, creating an agreement that reality itself recognizes. There are clauses that Lyra cannot read, and symbols older than any magical notation she has ever studied, each carrying the weight of immutable law. So, the schools of magic, Lyra. You identify primarily enchantment and divination, with strong planar and infernal magic intertwined. The purpose of this mark is that it is a permanent magical bond tied to Amelia's soul. Its functions. It allows Krivak to initiate communication. It allows him to determine Amelia's general condition and whether the mark still exists. and it cannot be simply dispelled because it is reinforced by infernal contract magic. What is unknown about this mark? Whether it can track her precise location, what penalties exist for breaking the debt demand that is currently owed by Amelia, and whether removing it would harm Amelia, and what exactly Krivak gained by placing it. One final note as the spell comes to its conclusion. Lyra, this mark was not crafted by a mage who learned magic. This was crafted by someone who has spent upwards of centuries arguing with the laws that govern it. And the spell.
Lyra won't say anything at first. She's gonna go if she wants to go in her backpack, and I want to try to write down some of the shit that I didn't recognize, so I can try to study it later.
Okay, I will actually. I'm gonna send you just a copy of exactly what you just what happened for your notes.
Perfect.
In Discord.
Thank you. So she doesn't say shit. Like, you guys would have seen her face change and stuff. She doesn't say anything initially. She takes her book out and starts scribbling furiously, kind of talking to herself as she's doing it. Okay. No, it wasn't. Okay. So I have news. I was trying to figure out if there's any good news. There's not. Basically, okay, so we knew Krivak was pretty powerful because he got us out of town when it was locked down. And I'm not entirely sure what this implies about him per se, but the mark that's on your hand. Oh gosh. So Krivak, assuming that it was him, maybe he hired somebody who's actually ancient. But whoever created this mark had to spend centuries to be able to create it. Like, it was an uphill battle, not an easy thing to craft. I don't know if it can track your precise location, but considering you had a happy little coin on your bunk, I'm assuming that it might be able to. The purpose of it is it creates this magical bond that can't be broken, period. It's linked. She stops and she just stops mid-sentence and just swallows for a second, and sparks will show up in her hand again.
It's okay. Amelia's going to reach out and, since we're both sitting, just put her hand on your leg for a moment, on your arm, whatever she can reach there, and just, it's okay. I'm not worried about it.
You might want to be. It's linked to your soul. If I tried to do anything to it, it would probably, more than likely kill you.
So then don't do anything about it. Like I said, if that's the price of things, so be it. It's not like it's making me do things. He very clearly said that he wanted Corin alive. So let him use his demon magic and watch or yell or make my hand hurt. I don't really give two shits about what a slaver thinks or wants.
I
Okay,
think
well,
we can probably rule out just the simple slaver part at this point. If he's
yeah.
magically popping coins into our ship.
And
So he's a magical slaver. He's still kept people.
he did, and remember, she'll look over toward Dench. Um, More emotion in her face than you've seen since we left Holden Glen. Just remember black and white, Dench.
Are you
Um,
you two are normally the one reminding me to focus on the mission. This isn't the
right.
mission.
Here's my thing. If you feel something with that mark, or if he says something to you, you need to tell all of us because, frankly, all of us are in danger while we travel with you. So don't keep anything to yourself because it will help all of us. Knowledge is going to help a lot now.
I'm not planning on making the decisions I did before.
I
I'm
don't think
going
you
to
planned
share.
that one.
Still, you, you both, you especially, looks up at Dunch. You made your points very, very clear.
Okay. Um,
And angry, magical slaver or other maybe dead demon person doesn't really compare to the other things that we've seen and the other things we've yet to deal with.
That's
I mean,
definitely up there.
yeah, I was gonna say it's. I feel like Ravak is on a whole other level entirely. Like there are sides of this man that I just discovered in that same room with him, and I keep discovering more and more. He does not seem like somebody we want to fuck with.
no,
If he's
no.
like he may for all we know be the only motherfucker alive in that city. I know there's 5,000, but he may be one of the few people who is alive. Who fucking knows what the hell this guy is?
He might be the only one who knows he's not alive. We don't we don't
We
know
don't know.
anything about him. What we do know is he's very powerful. He holds a lot of power. He got us out when we should not have gotten out.
Not only magical power, but he has incredible connections in that city alone. Who knows how where else?
And the other thing to keep in mind is there were, at the time of me reading that ledger, 1,300 individuals interested in you, and he knows your location. Possibly at any given time, possibly quite precisely. The only thing I can think of, and this is, I don't know what these are. And she'll hold up the book that has the symbols that she drew. I have no idea.
Wait, what?
I said the what she was trying to do with her book was write down like the shit she didn't know so she could study it later.
But what symbols are you talking about?
You said that there were I took what you said verbatim. So you said there was you said that there were symbols older than any magical notation, older than anything I've ever studied.
Mm-hmm.
So she tried to copy some of those down so she can study them later in her
Oh,
notebook.
make an intelligence check. See if you can actually do that in the very fleeting moment of that. We'll say you get like half of them.
Okay. So she'll hold up her book.
Notate that in your notes, wherever you're at right now in the notes that you're looking at, notate that so if we come back to it, we don't have an argument. Thank you.
So she holds up the book. I don't know what these are. I've studied everything possible. I have no idea what these mean. I've never seen them before. And I went back into the old books. I don't know what these are. So, my concern, we could try to do some kind of anti divination magic. I don't know how long that will last or if it will do any good. There are items that exist that can help protect you from people spying on you. This is pretty deep and it's connected to your soul. I'm not sure if that interrupts soul magic because I don't even know if soul magic is a real thing. I just made it up right now.
Could you like protect the ship or something? Like put some kind of, I don't know, magic bubble around the ship?
That might be a better question for Dorian and, well, anybody in Port Mira, really. But
I'm less worried about his anger towards me. Um, you think this puts everyone here in danger?
I
I
mean,
would say so,
yes,
yeah.
but it does. Um, and I mean, it sucks because he was a pretty decent guy, but like I said, his biggest thing was that you ruined his reputation. It's not just that you took a piece of his property. Realize that I don't agree with you either. I expressed that a lot, but
I think what it comes down to, whether or not we agree with your actions, we're not going to let somebody just come in, take you. Just how it is. And if that comes to pass, then even as mad as I am or was, I still am a little bit mad at you, but I mean, giving you a little bit of a reprieve for what happened, obviously. I'm not going to let you just get murdered in front of me.
yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking. We're not going to just let you get taken. And we're also not going to let you walk away, so stop thinking about that too. But we're not, if somebody shows up to take you, we're not going to just let them.
Um, if he does his magic and decides to try and, I don't know, take me like he put the coin there, um,
Um,
deal with the deal with the bigger shit.
right. I'm not so worried about that part. Yes, he's super powerful with his. Okay. The different kinds of magic are some of them are more difficult than others. So the mark is super impressive, and it took centuries to do, but it's divination and it's enchantment and teleportation. It is not an easy thing to master.
Like the
Um,
mark teleported from the paper, like the glowiness of the mark.
I hate
Well,
semantics so much.
more like the coin teleporting into the ship because there was no
Right.
evidence of any entry here.
Yes, but he would also have to be near you to teleport you. Typically, you have to be near whatever is the person teleporting has to be near the thing they're teleporting. So he'd have to be next to you to do it. So it's not like he's gonna
Yep.
hop
And
in and
if his business is in Ankmir, as long as we don't go that far west, lower on the priority list.
if your mark burns, or if he says anything to you, or if you see anything, please just tell us right away.
I will.
Okay.
Um,
And that, to be clear, I was not accusing you of keeping something. I wanted to make sure to say it up front so that I didn't leave you ignorant and then have it be an issue.
um, I don't think there's. I don't think there's really anything that I haven't talked about much.
Right.
I did have um, the demon nightmare, but that I think was before Ankmir. Um, and then last night, but those felt more like normal normal nightmares.
Where's that copper coin
Little
at?
suspicious.
It's
think we left it on the
Lyra
table.
would, yeah, Lyra would point to it.
If it was on the table, I think Payne would pick it up and kind of look it over, and he's gonna toss it in the air and catch it and go, Grisniak. Grisniak sends his regards, and slide it over to Dench.
Payne, take a DM inspiration if you don't have one.
I've
Oh, you
still
do
got
have
it.
one. God damn it. You've
Yeah,
earned the last
what
two.
can
So
I say?
Yeah, because of the
At least-
fucking sighting. I was dying.
At least one per game, yeah.
yeah.
It's on fire.
Exactly. That Pain, that's a great.
What?
Maybe this was just him sending a message of trying to make us sit here and talk about this. Hey, he's still there.
A warning to us.
If you. The thing I've noticed, if he's more concerned about his reputation than anything else, and he has spent so much time making threats and showing that he can get places, it sounds to me an awful lot like everything else that's big and scary and evil.
Do you
You
suppose
more power
he-
when you. Oh, sorry, Pain.
Do you suppose he is Grisniak? I mean, we don't all go by our original names.
I think he might be. I think maybe that's his name in the Hells or something.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure he goes by Krivak in the city and Grisniak elsewhere. Yeah. Or
So
maybe that's his alias. Who knows? Who knows who we're actually talking about? Yeah.
I have a DM question.
Sure.
I had originally succeeded on some history stuff about Levistus and some of the other.
Has
Is there-
absolutely nothing to do with that, but
Okay.
you are more than willing to make a history check because I know where you're going.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if that name rang any bells.
Yeah, make a history check for me, please.
I was also gonna ask because you said Lyra's grandpa did like summoning and stuff.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can go ahead and make it. Amelia, you have never heard. You have no fucking clue. This is the first time you've ever heard that name uttered. Canis, you are more than welcome. 14. Canis, you have absolutely no clue. You've never heard the name before.
Well, I'll add it to the list. She flips the page.
I expected, by the way, the 3 people that heard that name the first time to fucking say something.
I will add it to the list of things to research. She jot something down in her book.
Yeah, Dench would have just automatically assumed it was an alias, but I mean, now that we're talking about it, I mean, maybe it's an alias, or could it even be maybe he's another wheel in a cog. Maybe it's actually that's his boss or something. I don't know. We're talking about crazy ass magic shit, and maybe he's just like a lieutenant of some sort.
I will be honest. I didn't want to think about that place any longer than I had to. Maybe I should have.
What is or who? Well, obviously you think the who is him or his boss, but where did that name come from?
That's what he told Dench to say and gave us a
Yeah.
coin just like that to get us out of town.
Yeah, he handed me the coin, told me to hand it over to one of the gods and say Grisniak sends his regards, and that was supposed to let us out of the city, and it did.
Did immediately.
Yeah, it changed their whole demeanor.
That person looked. It's scared.
That just sounds like blackmail. Like
Whatever you want to call it, yeah, I don't know. It seemed that's what
It's
made
not-
me think that he had more power.
It's
in,
power.
yeah,
that just sounds like he had information to scare that guard or had helped
Or-
him or something and just said the thing that
he's-
says, I know.
And that's what I thought then, but honestly, right now I'm thinking he has more power in that town than we realized. And he can keep it. The problem is that now he's after you. So, bye, Pain.
Well, he could.
Payne
Give
had
himself up
a
to shit.
little scuff when you said about the blackmail, and a slight laugh, and walks up to the upper deck.
Did he take the coin?
No, he slid the
He
coin
pushed
towards
towards me.
Stench.
He's no thief. Come on.
No, I wasn't sure if he wasn't going to just throw it overboard. That's fully where my brain went.
You know what? That is a fucking pain thing to do, isn't it? He's like, you know
Right,
what?
you will
Fuck
kill
it.
Someone. Somebody will die when it hits them in the head. Okay.
Blind blow.
Super informative morning. I was gonna do that regardless. I wanted to know more. If I could dispel it, I was gonna do that, but I am terrified of doing anything to that at this point.
Well, we know the city is fueled by, well, demon devil stuff. When we're done with the beacon and we stop back in Willow Hollow to fill in Cornelius and Mistress Rosanna, we will stop by the church and ask if they can lay a hollow is usually in a location, but the churches offer many protections from such evils. We'll just ask them for help. Oh, before I forget, Lyra, use that coin to pay off the debt. I don't want it.
Just to be clear, we're not talking about the copper one over there. We're talking about.
No.
Cadence,
you-
you can take a DM inspiration. That's fucking good.
But if
Lyra
you can
did
use
not
that,
laugh.
if you can use that too, by all means. No, are you sure's? No. Well, we should, or you don't have to. Black and white. Also, you got super quiet.
Okay. Thank you. That's not why
I know, but it'll stop. If it'll help keep you from trying to sell the things that may help keep you alive. You and, well, all of us. Yeah, I don't want it. Payne, are you okay? You left in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
insight.
You don't.
Payne, okay, hold on. Payne went to the top deck and then came back down.
Yeah, I kind of meandered through the ship and then
Got
back
it.
again.
Okay, so Payne, as you get to the top deck, when you were over here-ish, sorry, I had a little teeny tiny thing for you, but these people keep fucking talking. So, Payne, you get to the top deck. I don't necessarily know Payne's mentality, so I'm not going to pretend that I do. However, I assume that there's a lot of things going on internally, and you needed a minute to get up into the fresh air, take a couple breaths, and then go about your business. As you get up there, you kind of rest your hands on the railing of the top deck, take a few deep breaths, and for a moment, it's tough to catch your breath. Like, you feel your chest tighten for a second, but then everything relaxes, and your vision darkens. Before you see a spark of flame dancing inside of a small crystal flask. And you hear a voice.
Seek the breath that even fire cannot consume. Stoneback, the living flame.
The spark then swells into an inferno in front of you, and an unseen forge glows, but remains empty. And your vision returns.
He would have still meandered his way back down, and I think he would have replied exactly the same way.
Stoic, I
Okay.
like it.
So my insight check of 11.
Is there anything to even insight?
Yeah, he said he was fine, and Lyranos doesn't like being up top, so that's what made me.
Oh, no. I'm asking Pain. Like, does he
Oh.
feel? Does Pain truly feel fine, or is there something?
He has been thinking, like you can tell he's like his mind is elsewhere, and he's been thinking about a million other things
Okay.
than exactly what's going on. Though he's listening, but he's not always like focused.
Yeah, so you can tell even with an 11 because it's higher than a 10, and it's not in the single digits that you're not quite sure, but he's about as preoccupied as you feel you are.
With respect to that, she would respectfully change the subject. Okay, so we are about to go to the coordinates. We don't know what we're gonna find. I feel like we need to, like I said, just guys. I don't know what to expect there, and the fact that things seemed so quote unquote peaceful. I mean, there was nothing there. There were footprints in an empty building. That's the report we received. But knowing what we know about certain potential creatures being there,
About the cultist and the walking corpse of what used to be my mother.
I was just for reference, I was trying to avoid saying those things directly. Yes.
We can't hide from those truths.
Okay.
If I were to guess, I would say there's probably a lot more like your mother down there, Amelia.
Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
It doesn't change anything about what we need to do. I have almost a concern. I'm not actually concerned. I have more faith than that, but I am. There's the edge of it.
Okay.
When I was watching the stars last night, everything felt distant, like the stars themselves were avoiding my eyes. It felt heavy and distant and not like anything I've noticed, and it's I've made sure to share signs in the stars before. I don't know what to make of this one. Maybe just, it's grief. I don't know. Do the stars grieve? Do they mourn? Because
I
it
assume
I would
you of
ask
all
you.
people would know that, yeah.
I did what was mandated by the highest order. By it's one of the most official things the details there probably don't really matter that much, but
I think the reality of the situation here is you were mandated by a man to do something.
no. No, I was not.
Well, your powers come from your god, right? Can you still use your powers? If you can, then maybe the stars are mourning. Maybe Celestian's happy you did your duty, but it sucks. It does.
Um, I, in the moments after everything, kind of felt like when we were underwater again. Um, but I've never felt that I didn't have his gaze on me. That's just always a thing, but um, I want to make this very clear. It was not Brother Mail, though he's all caught up in justice that he forgets about kindness and the gentle light that we're supposed to provide. This wasn't from him. I was summoned because I am the only one that was close enough to be able to respond. But the judgment for the crimes, the investigation, that came from the High Church on Mount Celestia, not from Holden.
Then you're then Celestian's not mad. If it came from him, right?
I don't know. I won't speak for what he thinks or feels, but yes, not last night, the night before, um, he was incredibly unhappy. And then
Why?
the void, um, because of because I was arrogant enough to walk away from all of you.
Okay. Okay. So, ugh. Pain, shouldn't this be you? Um. So,
You guys notice at this point that as you say that, Pain has kind of turned away from you guys.
again, Lyra will understand since it's because of my insight check where he's at and internally be really mad. Okay. when I so you're supposed to be like Celestian's child, right? That's right. That's the thing. You're all his children, right?
Not literally.
Because when I was
I know.
growing up,
Wait, hey. I know you're very, very literal. No.
She doesn't mean literally.
Okay.
you're very literal. I meant okay. So no, right? But yes, also. So when I told you I shouldn't be the one doing this, when I was growing up, if I did something wrong, then Papa would say, "No, that's wrong." Right? But then he didn't stay mad. He told me, "No, that's wrong." And then we moved on. So the, maybe what you see in the stars is a reflection of what you're feeling inside. Maybe when you looked into the sky, Celestian was like, I have nothing for you right now because you have nothing for me. Not having ever called magic from any religious body, I can't say that that's how it works. I understand how my magic works because I studied for nearly a lifetime to understand it.
I studied too, but that was That was for the clergy.
Yes, it was
Not,
theology. Yes.
um, you're probably right. Um,
Do you think it's something more, or are you worried it's something more? Those are two very different things. And something we should know before we potentially go into combat.
my head is a tangled mess right now.
Understandable.
I keep thinking through everything, and I know the paths aren't going to be easy, but I'm definitely feeling like I'm tripping over things.
That's
Um,
normal for everybody, just so you know. Everybody.
is this normal? Is any of what we've been doing normal? We're
Fuck
on an
no.
airship.
I don't know. I lived in a Willow Hollow bubble my whole life. I'm absolutely not the right person to be having this conversation.
Well, that the talking magical jackal just said, fuck no, is a pretty good indication that this is not normal.
That is a
And
fair
no,
point.
Payne's being all quiet, and Dench isn't yelling anymore, and
That's probably for the better for you. Look, okay.
To be fair, I'll be honest. It's only because of the events of the past day or two. Give it some more time. Maybe I'll get back to it.
well, then yell at me so I can think about something other than why you're not yelling at me.
There's
I'm
what?
just not feeling it right now.
Lyra's hands spark.
Or about why Payne is being all quiet and thinking like you do, and I have this mark that everyone's all worried about, and I just can we just go deal with this damn cult?
Lyra will plop down next to Amelia and take her book out. Here's the plan. And she's going to start going through the list of shit she's written out to try to help distract you. So it's like coordinates, investigate, Amelia's mother's remains, memorial for both parents, paying back the debt to the ledger, going to Port Mira to learn. She has everything listed out very meticulously.
Is it in common?
Yes. If it seems like
Yeah.
you're struggling, she'll sound the words out with her finger.
She's not quick with it, but she can read it. Um is this your order of things?
This is the things. You can't do everything at once. So you have to break it down into smaller variables so that you can deal with them one at a time. Pieces.
The longest roads in a single step. Yeah,
Wow.
we've got that line too.
Right. So, one step at a time, Amelia.
Okay. When we get to the location of the coordinates, what's our plan?
We should assume they know we're coming.
Yeah, and
I agree.
assume a great deal of resistance in doing so. Yeah.
You're doing great lately, bud. I don't know what to tell you.
Is she lying?
Make an insight check.
Oh, I'm gonna freaking DM inspiration that one.
Cool. You'll get another one soon anyway.
Fuck.
Wow.
So they say.
She seems truthful.
All right, he'll just kind of shrug and go, "Well, it's one of those weird days where she keeps complimenting me for some reason."
I do agree. I think we need to just plan for the worst.
Expect the worst, hope for the best. That's how I live my life, for the most part.
We aren't going to be able to take the ship directly there.
No.
We will not.
Do we need to bring the full cart?
We can
I don't
probably
know.
we can probably get by with just what we have in our backpacks. I don't think we need to pack exactly heavily for this.
The cart. If we don't bring the cart, it'll be easier to travel through the woods.
Agreed.
However, we will be limited in what we are able to bring back.
It's also true.
I have Tensor's disc.
We will. That'll definitely help there. If we find corpses, we need to look at them. We need to make sure we investigate. I would also like to bring a shot.
No.
I don't know how
What,
practical that is.
You mean into the place?
Yes.
The dungeon? I don't know what we're gonna call it. You want to bring
Yes.
If something happens to her, do you just resummon her? What happens? How does that work for you? Because I know how it works.
Amelia considers for a moment. And then instead of answering directly, I think she should come with.
Why?
Did anybody else hear me ask a question?
Yeah, I did, and she didn't exactly
Okay.
answer it.
I'm just making sure. There's a lot going on up here.
No,
You ever
it
been
was
kicked by a horse, Canis? That's why she should come in.
Right, but we might be in closed space. We don't know how.
Amelia
can you-
says she should come. Let her come.
If we're going into the small building and she can't go in, that's another set of eyes outside too that I can speak to as long as we're
But-
within a mile.
Okay, yeah, good. But I think the point Lyra was trying to get to is, should something happen to her, what then? Like, she gets murdered somehow. Like, is she just dead, or does she kind of what happens?
She is a spirit from Mount Celestia. There's little on this plane that could truly hurt her.
Okay.
And how do you get her back?
Follow the river.
That means as little now as it means to me back then.
Yeah, that's very unhelpful. Not gonna lie.
The river should mean more to you now, Canis.
In this context, no.
Did you listen to any of Brother Kerpa's
You weren't
stories?
there. You weren't
not there.
there.
No, I just grew up near him.
There.
I did
Ah,
not.
good.
He speaks very slowly and very
I-
softly.
I warned you. And remember that the water does not take down a mountain all at once. Or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get back to tactics.
Listen, yeah, if we're gonna talk about tactics, bringing a horse into what may be a confined space is very dangerous for us, particularly.
But
Like-
if she can't get hurt, it
If
would
she-
be nice to have eyes outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if I think that's probably the best case scenario we can have for her. Just leave her out, let her hang out outside and be our eyes. Yeah, let's not bring her inside.
She, no, I wouldn't ask her to try and like go in a building or deal with stairs or
Oh,
something
okay,
like that, but
good. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. When you had mentioned that in the beginning, I thought you meant like let's bring her inside and fight cultists in a cave.
okay. I know that I
Okay.
am not anywhere near the smartest. Well, anywhere. Trust me, I know. Uh, but I'm not that stupid.
Okay, okay. Just making sure.
Nobody thinks. No one thinks you're stupid. And to
You
be
and
clear,
Canis both said it very clearly.
false. I said you're an idiot by design, which is not your fault. You were left ignorant on purpose in order to serve a purpose in some prophecy. Sorry, I used the very wrong tone. Some prophecy.
Now, I grew up in
I
a
don't know what
small
sounded
town
worse.
where books and the great wizard school weren't the biggest things in my
Right,
life.
exactly. And opposites attract, and we can complement each other. And that's the point. And Dension Payne can attest. I said that since we left the Spire. I don't
Yeah,
blame you for your lack of um, education as far as my type of education. But you know things that I don't know. And we need to use our strengths to complement each other. Complement with an E. That means like work together. It means work together. So like my strength is your weakness, and your weakness is my. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, but we need to use that. And again, I don't hold it against you. Does it frustrate me? Sure, it frustrates the shit out of me, but it's just because I don't understand it. It's not your fault, and you're not stupid. If you believe you're stupid, you will be.
I mean, no, I know where my limits are.
That's important too. That's actually very intelligent.
Like, there's no use. Wishes wishes don't make the work any easier. Wishing I had a fancier education or that or any number of things doesn't make that happen.
To be clear, it was fairly grueling and not as fancy as you might think.
You have a magical talking jackal?
Passed on.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Okay, you have a
she
hand-me-down
looks.
magical talking jackal.
Ooh, she's gonna stand up. I,
You
I
do
will.
incredible things.
I,
You have a weird horse you can talk to in your brain. I don't think this is equivalent.
You are. I. I said the wrong thing.
You did, and you should go apologize.
I'm going. It's at 20. I would say something, but I'm pretty sure you understand every language that I know and many that I don't.
Probably.
Excuse me. Lyra,
Canis will stay.
Okay. I feel like Ron Popeil from the mid 90s just said it and forget it. It's like I just put a rotisserie chicken on. Okay. Well, we are at 10:02. So, we will call tonight's session success question mark and we'll say that we will pick up next week with Amelia going upstairs to I wanted to use the word apprehend, but we'll just say engage Lyra. Amelia's going to engage Lyra, and then we will move on from there and see what we have in store for us. So, does anybody have any last minute questions or anything for me?
Staring into the endless void. You're evil.
Yeah.
The question is, how could you?
Well, you know, you write a backstory, and I gotta fuck you up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it there then, you guys. Fantastic session. I will be available throughout the week if anybody needs anything. If you guys have any other plans or if anything is going to deviate from what I think you're going to do, just send me a message. Or if you have any questions about anything, send me a message and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. But we will go ahead and yeah, go ahead.
I believe our plan is to actually progress the plot. That's our plan for the next few sessions.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, no, actually, to be fair, you guys,
sprinkle some RP in.
to be clear, you guys have progressed a shitload of plot, which is why a minor plot point was successful last session. Yeah, there's a lot of little things that I want to try to kind of move along, like the, well, we're going to sell this, and this. I can get those numbers and we can just run through them. But yeah, as far as the actual plot's concerned, like the big plot, you know, we're just doing personal plot right now, so, which is good. It's still good. There is a fuckload. I have everybody's personal plot lines written currently, and there are, I think there's like 52 pages of personal plot written between all 5 of you. So we have a lot of shit to do plus the main plot. Yeah, I get time during the week, so I take that time and I write the shit out of this campaign.
Now, remember, everyone, you can just kill off the important people in your backstories, and then
Just
half
name
those
them.
pages don't matter.
Fuck yeah, you're lucky you didn't bring that fucking dog with, because he was on my radar. He was on my radar. And then you were like, Brother Kerpa, take him. And I'm like, fuck, I can't hurt you anymore with that dog.
He will
No
live.
more trauma.
Yep.
It's all right. Your mom's coming up.
It's okay.
You get to murder your mom.
I've already killed her once. It's fine. First time was with words.
Killed
Now
her.
it'll be with first with the pen. Now with the sword.
The sword is mightier.
All right. Okay. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Have a great week at work or school or whatever it is you do. And we'll see you here next week on Sunday. All right.
Good night,
Take care,
everybody.
guys. Okay. Let's find someone to raid. Ooh, there are not many people. Ooh, somebody's playing Warhammer 40k. Space Marines. Yeah, I don't know who that is either. Somebody else is playing. Oh, that's Zachary. Vagabond is playing. Vagabond? I haven't seen Vagabond in a while. Holy smokes, playing Pal World. Pal World, actually, if you guys didn't know this, Pal World, they have officially launched their 1.0 version of the game, meaning they are no longer in early access, which is super fucking cool because that is a Pokemon like game. So if you're into that sort of thing, yeah, we'll do Vagabond. Let's go ahead and raid Vagabond. Oh, it looks like he's a VTuber now. He is no longer a... Yeah, looks like he's VTubing. He's not alive. Wow. I'll be damned. Super interesting. Okay, we'll go ahead and raid out. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting RP that happened tonight. A lot of things that I think needed to be said, and you know, these guys, I love it. I like to be around Popil. You know, I just set it and forget it, and progress the plot when they're ready. All right. With that being said, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for hanging out. Fuck, he just went offline. Yeah, he just went offline. Damn it. Hang on, we're gonna cancel the raid. Fuck! Oh, literally, just went offline. Alright, back to Warhammer 40k. Here we go. Damn it. Boy, that was like... Well, it's like 10, so I guess if they're off at 10, then it is what it is. Alright, let me see if we can get to Krat 3. Here we go. Son of a bitch. Alright, one more time! Oh, Krat's raid settings do not allow me to raid. Okay, well, fuck me. Alright, there ain't a whole lot of other people to watch tonight, so guys, we're just gonna go ahead and end the session. Wow, that was a weird fucking evening. Okay, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye-bye.